Hello, potential 40-hour teacher workweek students. I'm Maria Mays. I was part of the 2020 to 2021 cohort, and I want to give you some examples of things that I learned, how the teacher workweek kind of changed my life, to give you some ideas about what you might want to do, whether you want to join or not. And I would say join is good. So one of the things that I found most valuable actually was during one of the very first months. It was about prioritizing your time and scheduling things. I previously would not intentionally think like, I'm gonna go home and work tonight. I'm gonna work on Friday night or whatever. But looking at my work, looking at priorities, what had to be done each day, when things were due, at the beginning of each week, I was able to go through and schedule which nights I was going to need to work during the week. And it took a little work at the beginning to figure out exactly how much time different things take, because there were a lot of things that I had done like in the past in maybe 10-minute spurts. So I was thinking it was going to take shorter sometimes, but it actually took me maybe 6-10-minute times instead of, I thought, oh, it was only like 3. So it took a little bit of trial and error during the beginning of the year, but I eventually got really good at projecting how much time I'm going to need and figuring out which days I was going to work. And so one thing that I did was I actually decided I was going to work Friday nights. It felt kind of weird at the beginning of the year because I felt kind of like bad. I'm so horrible. I'm working Friday nights, like can't have fun. But I picked Friday night because as one of my nights every week, because it let me make sure that I had everything ready for Monday and enjoy my weekend. The other thing was my husband was doing something with his friends, like a game night. And I knew it was something that he wanted to do, but I didn't necessarily want to do it with him. So I was like, you have your game night. This is going to be my work night. I'm going to get prepared so that during the weekend, we can have family time together. And it worked wonderfully. After a while, I didn't feel like what was me about working Friday nights. I actually enjoyed being able to use that Friday night time to get my, virtual classroom set up, get the calendar set so parents could see that, finish up any lesson planning for the week ahead. I typically didn't email parents Friday night because I didn't want them to think that I would definitely respond to them Friday night in case they emailed me later in the year. But other than that, I would get a lot of that stuff that needed to be done before Monday done on that Friday night, which made me feel so much more relaxed over the weekend. One of the other things that really helped was thinking about priorities and about what I want students to learn from different assignments. This was later on because it happened before our spring break, so maybe January or February, but it was like after Christmas. So it was one of the resources during that January, February time, talking about not necessarily grading every part of an assignment and picking and choosing how you're going to grade things. And what I did with this was I gave my students a lab assignment, a lab report, but instead of making them waste the class time writing the methods, which they had done really well. Everyone understood how to do that from the lab reports we had written in the fall. I didn't have them write that section. So I saved class time because they weren't writing it. And I saved my grading time because I wasn't reading it. Then the other thing I had them do was kind of present their stuff in small groups on Zoom as kind of a peer grading thing, which helped them make sure that they were doing a good job. And the final products I got were much, much better and much easier for me to grade through pretty quickly. So that was a really great kind of idea, was that not grading the whole thing and not even necessarily assigning the whole thing if it's not valuable. So yeah, I would definitely recommend the 40-hour teacher work week. There are still so many things, so many of those resources that I'm going to be going back to over the next couple of years as teaching is getting, hopefully back to normal. I can do more labs and kind of shift what I'm doing, but this was definitely beneficial. Even with creating new assignments and new labs, because we were online and had students online all year. Even though, I had some in the classroom and some online all year. So even with creating that new material, I still was working less. than I had during maybe the last normal year, so like 2018, 2019. I hope this helps you make your decision. For my part, I thought that the 40-hour teacher work week was really beneficial. So I hope you can take away some good stuff from it.